Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another Wellness Wednesday. I am Tanya Jarrett, nutritional therapist. And today our topic has me super excited because this is something that I teach in my metabolic balance program and that I teach to all of my nutrition clients. This is one thing that you can do today that is going to affect your health tomorrow. So we are talking food order, and you're probably thinking, well, why does that matter? But it does matter for blood sugar control, and I will explain why. But I'm super excited to talk even more about ways to control blood sugar, because right now we are living in a world where we have a very alarming level of people who are in that pre-diabetic range, meaning that their blood sugar is over 99, so between 99 and about 124. Okay, that's pre-diabetes. Then we also have an alarming amount of people that are diabetic, meaning that their fasting blood sugar is over 125 or above. So if there's anything to help with blood sugar control, food order is a great place to start. Okay, so how do you eat your foods? On this slide, you're going to see that there's proteins, carbs, and healthy fats. So just take a minute and kind of think, if there was a plate of food placed in front of you, what would you eat first? Would it be the hot food, the cold food? Would it be your protein? Would it be the carbohydrates on the plate, that starchy or non-starchy? So just think to yourself, what do I generally eat first? Okay, so there is many benefits of food order as you eat. And, I just want to preface this with, this is not a new strategy. And many people have been using this specific health hack for years with success because it really truly works with human physiology. And maybe you're thinking, hey, why have I never heard of this? Well, probably because usually when you work with a nutrition professional, this is when you're probably going to hear this. But once you learn it, you're going to keep the health hack forever. So some of the benefits of food order, as you can see on the slide, is fat loss. Wonderful for those who are engaging in a weight management program or really trying to have control over some chronic illnesses. Reducing the glucose response. This is so important because insulin, which is the hormone that actually is like a bouncer at a club, okay? So this is your insulin, and your insulin tells the blood sugar to go into your cell. Now, insulin is your master hormone, which controls a lot of other hormones throughout your body. So naturally, when you have stable insulin levels and stable blood sugar, other things really start to fall into place. And then also managing energy intake. So those are the three benefits of food order. Okay, on this next slide, I'm going to ask you what you think the best food order is and why. So just take a second to think, which food would I eat first? Okay, I'm going to go to the next slide and tell you the winner. Protein for the win. So protein is the food that you want to take one or two bites of first. And there was a study in September of 2020. Now, let me also preface this with saying that there have been multiple studies of food order, but the most recent one was September 2020 that found that when you sequence your food in a specific order, protein first, followed by carbohydrates, your body, it promotes the secretion of something called a glucagon-like peptide. Okay, so I'm going to show you this study. So on this slide, if you would like to read that entire study, you can go find this in PubMed. It was published September 12th, 2020. And I think it's just really important to note what happens in the body when you eat protein before carbohydrates, because once you understand that, then you understand the power behind having those one or two bites of protein first. So this is one of the 8 rules in my metabolic balance program. So you can see how important it is if it's one of the 8 rules. Okay, so the study definitely found that eating protein first is going to help secrete that glucagon-like peptide, okay? And what that peptide does is it blocks insulin production, but it also triggers a feeling of satiety, okay? So when you have this type of cascade, okay, and this production's happening, it really results in lower insulin levels. You are burning fat, not storing fat, because it's actually blocking fat production. Okay, you're having those stable blood sugar levels. You're not getting those high swings up and then the dips down that make you feel like crap, where you're tired and brain fog and shaky and just ravenous and hungry. Those are all symptoms of uncontrolled blood sugar. Okay, when you get those feelings where like you're so hungry, you could just eat your arm off, that tells me right there that you do not have control over your blood sugar levels. And, if a client would come to me and say, you know what, I'm hungry every 2 hours, then this is a good opportunity for us to take a look, not only at what they're eating and when they're eating, but also the food order. Okay. And then also hunger control. So naturally, when your blood sugar is stable, you do not have those hunger swings. You're going to be able to go 4 or 5 hours in between meals, which is the perfect sweet spot to where your body starts burning fat instead of storing fat. Okay. So what you eat, when you eat, are the absolute 2 most important things. And I said this before in a Wellness Wednesday when we talked about 5 or 6 meals a day versus 3 meals a day. So what you eat and when you eat are incredibly important. If that is spot on, then we go and, we take a deeper dive into food order. So I would like to give you an example. Can you guys, this is not allowing me to go forward. There we go. I hope you can see there should be oatmeal on the screen right now. So if you see oatmeal on the screen, can you give me a thumbs up? I just want to make sure. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Okay, so I would love to give an example here to help you further understand what's going on. So the oatmeal on the left, that is just a plain bowl of oatmeal. So when you consume carbohydrates such as plain oatmeal or bread by themselves, what happens is the body will quickly absorb the glucose. So it's going to be absorbed pretty darn quickly into the bloodstream. I don't know why my mouse is doing that. I'm sorry. It's going to be quickly absorbed into the bloodstream, causing a blood sugar spike. Okay. It's going to lead to that quick rise. But then what's going to happen afterwards is there's going to be that rise, and then there's going to be that deep drop, leading to all those unwanted symptoms of hunger and, being tired and brain fog, things like that. But when you add different nutrients, such as fiber, think apples over here, protein, this is grass-fed whole cow's milk protein, okay? Or nuts, another great source of fat and protein, and also healthy fats coming from the nuts, or even a little bit of coconut oil to your oatmeal. When you add those in, the rate that your body absorbs glucose completely changes, okay? So this goes back to really learning how to control your blood sugar, and everybody is very different. So some people, will respond very different to a bowl of plain oatmeal than others will. So a good powerful tool could be a continuous glucose monitor. If your PCP if you are in that pre-diabetic range, sometimes your insurance will pay for a continuous glucose monitor. You can also pay out of pocket for that, but that is a fantastic tool to really understanding how your body responds to carbohydrates. But going back to this beautiful bowl of oatmeal, adding all these different nutrients in, remember, fiber, protein, fats, when those are added in, there is more control over the blood sugar. Okay. Apologize. Okay, there we go. Tips when eating. So these are some tips that I would love to leave you with so that you can start today and not wait until tomorrow. Number one, take a few bites of protein first. Again, going back to this is one of the 8 rules in metabolic balance. So if there's eggs and potatoes and maybe some vegetables or fruit on your plate, you're going to want to eat a few bites of those eggs first, and then you can go ahead and consume the starchier carbohydrate, which would be the potatoes. If you're having a stir fry, you would do 1 to 2 bites of the chicken first. Then I always recommend the non-starchy carbohydrates, so your broccoli, your bell peppers, your carrots, and then a little bit of rice. Okay, so really using that protein and that fiber to slow the absorption. And if you're on the go, because you don't always have control of what you're eating, when you're eating, especially when you're in social events, or you go to a wedding, or you go out to eat with friends, you don't always have complete control of what's in front of you. So my suggestion would be to keep some almonds in those little 100-calorie packs. I love those. Throw them in your purse and have a handful of nuts before you consume your meal. So that's going to help. That is a nice little bite of protein and fat all in one. So a nice little handful of almonds would be fantastic. Okay, I hope that you were able to learn some valuable tips from this short Wellness Wednesday. And I'm going to open it up for questions if anybody has any. So we'll open it up now.
What are some other healthy fats that you like to add into your oatmeal? Because I love that idea and I do that. I'm just curious what kind of other healthy fats you can add in there, because avocado and oatmeal don't sound good to me. I know that's like one other healthy fat that comes to mind when I think of healthy fat.
Yeah, I would probably maybe some chia seeds. They are higher in omega-3 fatty acids. What you could do also is do a little bit of flaxseed oil. Now, you would never want to heat flaxseed oil because it does oxidize very quickly. But if you have some cold pressed flaxseed oil, you can kind of drizzle that on top of your oatmeal. So that would be another fat that would be, fabulous to add to oatmeal. Oatmeal can be tricky. I mean, I really think that you want to keep it kind of more on the sweeter side than savory. So yeah, definitely not avocado, but I would do, flaxseed oil, chia seeds. Those would be great options.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. This is really good information, Tanya. Thank you very, very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. And I want to thank you guys for joining me for another Wellness Wednesday, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you again, guys. And remember, send us your questions, or you can comment and tag Tanya. Remember, if you're commenting on any of these Wellness Wednesdays in the comment box below the video, tag her with the @ symbol and Tanya Jarrett, so that way she can respond to them and she'll see them. And we can make sure that she can answer your questions in an upcoming video or in the response box. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.